Was he reckless or just doing his job to protect helpless citizens? Tonight, a police officer facing criminal charges adamantly insists he did the right thing.
Now, the charges stem from a chaotic series of events. The officer caught on police video opening fire 3 times. Tonight, Jovanny Crespo is breaking his silence to the I-Team's Sarah Wallace, saying he wants to set the record straight. Sarah joining us now from Newark with her exclusive one-on-one interview. Sarah.
Well, Natalie and Chuck, this is the block where Officer Crespo fired a 3rd and final time. Was he essentially a criminal with a badge or a good cop who looked danger directly in the eye and refused to back down?
The police body and dashcam video is disturbing and intense. Newark police officer Jovanny Crespo fires at a fleeing car not once, not twice, but 3 times. At 3 different locations during a police pursuit in late January that continued through the darkened streets of Newark for more than 2 miles. The driver was killed, the sole passenger critically injured. Now, Officer Crespo, the sole cop to fire his gun that deadly night, is talking only to the I-Team.
How do you think the public looks at you?
As a killer.
How do you look at yourself?
I did what I had to do. The lack of better words, I don't want to say hero, but I believe I saved lives that day.
But the grand jury saw it differently, last month indicting Crespo on aggravated manslaughter and assault charges. The Essex County prosecutor.
This officer's conduct that night was criminal.
The Attorney General's use of force guidelines say officers should fire on moving vehicles as a last resort and only if there is an imminent danger of death or serious bodily harm to the officer or another person.
The prosecutor says that you didn't follow your training. Did you?
We didn't receive any training that can help me with that incident right there. With split-second decisions, you have to go with your gut and what you think you have to do to survive.
Crespo initially joined the pursuit after the driver fled a traffic stop.
I could see the passenger holding the gun pointed directly at me. At that moment, I fired my weapon.
There would be 2 more encounters.
I could see the passenger holding the gun still in his possession.
And then the fatal shot.
At that moment, I fired my weapon 2 more times. I opened the passenger side door. I see the gun on the floorboard.
Why were you the only one who fired?
I was the only one that got out of my vehicle when I was in that close.
The I-Team obtained this letter Crespo's attorney sent to prosecutors last week, accusing them of creating a media circus by initially releasing inflammatory, hand-picked, and the most prejudicial portions of the video.
It's already demonized my client. He's a renegade cop. He's shooting. Nobody else is shooting. I mean, that's absolute virtual insanity.
Toscano Note's video shows the suspect's car driving in the wrong lane down streets and speeding. Drugs were found in the car along with the loaded gun. In a statement, the prosecutor's office said it is barred from litigating our case outside of the courtroom. That said, we categorically deny any ethical improprieties. Any allegation that we withheld video footage is simply erroneous.
Would you do it again if you were placed in the same situation?
Yes. Right now I'm talking to you. I could have been dead.
I asked Crespo what he would say to the dead man's family. His answer, I feel bad for what they've gone through, but at the end of the day, I had to get home to mine. By the way, Crespo's attorney tomorrow is expected to go public with his defense strategy, going on the offensive, and we will follow up. For now, live in Newark, Sarah Wallace, News 4 New York.
Thank you for watching this video from NBC 4 New York. You can subscribe by tapping the button below me, and on the left you can see our latest updates, investigations, and digital exclusives. We'll see you next time.